And the answer is because I suffer from the curse of liking people. And I think this is something that many of our lawyers, all of our lawyers, all of our partners, all of our associates, all of our clerks, all of our assistants, everyone that works in the firm, they all suffer from the same thing. They want to help people.
Today, we are proud to feature Howie Sachs and Henry LLP, recognized as one of Canadian lawyers' top personal injury boutiques for 2026. With more than 25 years of experience in complex plaintiff litigation, Howie Sachs and Henry LLP has established itself as one of Canada's leading personal injury law firms. Based in Toronto and serving clients across Ontario and Canada, the firm is known for excellence in advocacy, strategic litigation, and achieving meaningful outcomes for seriously injured clients and their families. The firm focuses exclusively on personal injury and medical malpractice law, representing clients in catastrophic injury, brain and spinal cord trauma, institutional abuse, disability claims, class actions, and mass torts. HSH is also widely respected as a trusted referral partner, recognized for its collaborative approach, professionalism, and commitment to client care. It is consistently ranked among Canada's top personal injury boutiques since 2011. The firm's reputation is built on legal excellence, compassion, and a strong record for results. Now, joining us today, I'm so thrilled to be joined by Adam Wagman, partner at Howie Sachs and Henry LLP, to discuss the firm's journey, philosophy, and what this recognition means to their team. Congratulations on being named among Canadian lawyers' top personal injury boutiques for 2026. How does it feel to have your leadership in this serious injury and medical malpractice work recognized in such a public and data-driven way? And what does it signal to your team internally?
Well, Brody, first of all, thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much to Canadian Lawyer, and thank you to our community and our peers for getting us here. You know, the first answer is that the most important thing for us is what our clients think. They're our focus. They are who we are trying to impress, and who we are trying to work our butts off to help. But when you get this kind of recognition from your peers, a recognition that we've had and we're so grateful for since 2011, since the first Canadian lawyer list across the country, it means a lot. It means a lot, not just to the lawyers at the firm, but to the staff who work so hard every single day to know that their work is recognized, not just by a client who says thank you and sends a card, but by other people in the legal community who know that what we do is important and that we do it really at the highest possible level. It's really rewarding.
Your profile highlights deep expertise in catastrophic injuries, complex medical malpractice claims, and mass torts, class action litigation, along with a network of leading rehabilitation and medical experts. How has this intense focus on the most serious personal injury matters shaped the way you build cases and collaborate with medical professionals? And how do you think that focus contributes to your success?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. I think the first answer is people. We only hire people at Howie Sachs and Henry who have the intelligence, the compassion, and the technical knowledge to work at the highest level on some of the most complicated cases. Our job is not just to help people with their legal case. It's to help people put their lives back together after a terrible trauma has happened. And the best way we know to do that is to understand what they're dealing with, not just from a personal perspective, from a medical perspective, from a day-to-day perspective, to be able to plug in the right medical providers, rehabilitation providers, to give our clients the best chance to recover, to hit their goals, to have a maximum recovery. And having this focus on brain injury, on spinal cord injury, on severe orthopedic injury, amputations, on severe psychiatric, psychological issues, that allows us to surround our clients with the right team, the right people, the right level of expertise to help them in their lives, to help them get better, and of course, to help make sure that we get them the best possible legal result that we can. It's absolutely crucial to have that kind of expertise when you're going to work with people who have had the most serious issues and trauma, experienced in their lives.
Yeah, I think that segues perfectly into our next topic, which is that your profile showcases just these multiple partners who are certified specialists, widely published and recognized as leaders in brain injury and complex trial work. Why is maintaining a strong thought leadership role important to your firm?
Yeah, well, as you said, that it really speaks to what we were just talking about, which is the need to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk. If we're going to hold ourselves out as experts in a particular area, if we want to help people who have the most serious injuries, the most difficult recoveries, then we need to be on the cutting edge. We need to be on the cutting edge from a legal perspective. We need to be on the cutting edge from a medical and rehabilitation perspective. And the way to do that is to be a thought leader, is to always be researching, looking, involving yourselves, reading, and then, of course, turning all of that into sharing. We really like to share information with our peers, with the public. We as lawyers have a monopoly on legal information. And a lot of the times when a really serious injury or really serious trauma happens to people, there's a loss of control in their lives. What we want to give them back in part is that control over their lives. And we do that through many different avenues, but one of them is information, letting people know what they're going to expect, both from a legal and a rehabilitation and recovery perspective. Let them know what the track usually looks like. And we can only do that if we are on the cutting edge. We can only do that if we have the information, if we have the most up-to-date legal and medical knowledge. And that's what we all try to do. You also asked earlier about how it feels to be on, the Canadian Lawyer list for so many years. We do not take that for granted. It is a wonderful email when we receive, notice that, yes, we're on the list again for, I guess, 15 years running at this point in time. But the second after we get that call and get that email, we start focusing on next year. We start focusing on making sure that we can achieve better, higher, making sure that that recognition will continue. We are never going to rest on our laurels, and we are always going to walk the walk.
Speaking of that, and if you're thinking about the next generation in terms of the level of expertise, how are you investing in that next generation of advocates coming up through the ranks?
We've got a great group of lawyers at Howie, Sachs and Henry, and that is not just our partners. That's all of our associates. Our entire team is absolutely top notch. So, as I mentioned earlier, the first thing we start with is hiring fantastic people. People who are compassionate, people who are in this role for the right reasons, people who want to help, people who are smart, people who don't mind working hard and who understand that our clients' needs are not 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Our clients need us pretty much 7 days a week at all hours of the day. And once we find those amazing people, and we have many of them at Howie, Sachs and Henry, we invest heavily in their training. We are known for our mentorship. We are known for our inclusion in legal organizations. We provide advocacy training. And we tell our associates from day one that our hope for them is that they will become the next generation of partners at our firm, that they will become the next generation of leaders within the legal community. Our associates are leaders at brain injury organizations. They're leaders in legal organizations. And we expect them to be the next version of us. And we give them every single resource to be able to do that. And they are an impressive young group of lawyers.
You just spoke so beautifully about this group of people and being in it for the right reasons. And one of the striking elements in your profile is the emphasis on compassion, client service, and supporting clients through these incredibly life-changing injuries, backed by a strong internal team of clerks, which you've talked about, assistant staff. How do the day-to-day experiences you create for clients and referral sources translate into the kind of long-term trust and advocacy that's central to the firm?
You hit on a great point, which is the issue of trust. And it's something that I talk to new clients about in every single interview. And that is that something terrible has happened to them. And they're about to make one of the biggest and most important decisions of their lives, which lawyer they want to hire to help them not just with their legal case, but to help them with their life, to return them to the life that they want. And we ask clients to put their trust in us, and we promise them that we will earn that trust every single day. And that is our goal. That is what we want to do. We do that through a whole bunch of different methods. And again, I always talk about walking the walk. When we say that we're going to be available to our clients, we are available to our clients essentially 24 hours a day. When I'm not sleeping, I am available to my clients. My clients text me, they call me, they email me. When they need to meet with me, they know that they can meet with me on very short notice. And that's because, while a lawyer may have many files, a client only has one. They have one life. They have one major issue that has happened to them. And they can't sit around waiting for days just because I have other clients. Their needs are immediate. And when you understand that, when you understand that client email is everything to them, that call is everything to them, that bit of information that they need in the moment is everything to them. When you understand that, then you can provide the level of service that our clients deserve and that, frankly, they need in order to get better. And we do that not because it's our job. Of course, it's our job. We do it because we care. We do it because we care about them, about their families, about their lives, about their children, about their jobs, about their activities that they love. We learn about who they are and what they want to achieve after something horrible has happened to them. And then we focus on exactly that. And we do it because we love people. I've said many times to my friends and colleagues when they ask me, how I can run the kind of schedule that I run and do the things that I do. And the answer is because I suffer from the curse of liking people. And I think this is something that many of our lawyers, all of our partners, all of our associates, all of our clerks, all of our assistants, everyone that works in the firm, they all suffer from the same thing. They want to help people. And when you start there, it's a great foundation for a heck of a legal practice in helping people. And that's what we do every single day.
Let's pivot slightly. Let's touch on technology. How are new tools and capabilities like AI changing your work? Where do you see the biggest opportunities or risks for plaintiffs' counsel?
Yeah, I mean, look, technology has evolved miraculously since I first started working as a lawyer. I had a typewriter on my desk when I was an articling student. And so I have lived through the evolution of computers and smartphones and software and file management software, and now to AI. What we have learned very early on is that embracing technology early is key to success. It is key to staying on the cutting edge, and it is key to being leaders in the community. We've adopted AI now for several years, and it has been a huge, huge help. AI and technology do not replace legal skill, legal knowledge, the compassion that we talked about, the client focus. What the AI tools and other tech tools do is allow us to do it more efficiently and better. And so what we do is adopt these tools. We have a wonderful AI program that, in my mind, the leading personal injury AI tools for litigators. And we roll those things out across our firm very early. We provide training. We make sure that people understand that adoption of these tools is not optional, because helping people at the highest level is not optional. It is the promise that we make. And if we're going to live up to that promise, we need to be on the cutting edge of everything that we do. And tech is certainly one of the areas. We have wonderful people who adopt quickly, who learn, who train, who frankly find things out about these tools that I didn't even know when we first brought them on, and who utilize those tools again to become more efficient and to provide the best level of service that we can to our clients. In terms of risks, one of the things that I've learned in my time using AI, and I use it a fair amount, is that AI still needs me. And that's a wonderful thing to learn. AI doesn't know what's important in my file. AI doesn't know what's important to my client. AI can summarize a lot of things. AI can draft a lot of things. It's pretty remarkable. But when I read it and I know that there's something missing, it's because I know my client and I know their case. And I know that the AI has done a pretty good job. But thankfully, the AI still needs me. And so, when you use these things as tools and you understand the limitations, and that's the key, that's the risk for people, is, those who think that AI is just a replacement for, a young lawyer or a law clerk are fooling themselves. People who think that AI gets things right all the time have not been keeping up with the news and are fooling themselves. And so AI to us is a very important tool, but it's something that we use and something that still needs us to do a great job on behalf of our clients.
Finally, you are recognized as a leading Ontario firm at a time when personal injury law, insurance, disputes, and access to justice issues are rapidly evolving. What's on your radar right now, and how are you planning to keep the firm at the forefront?
Yeah, great question. There are many, many changes going on right now. There are changes going on within our rules, our court rules in the province of Ontario. There are changes going on within our statutes that deal with insurance issues, for example. And what we need to do in that respect is stay, again, on the cutting edge, stay on top of all of those things. We are involved in many of those discussions in the background. And not just understand what those changes are, but understand how we can use those changes strategically to benefit our clients. And we believe that some of those changes that are coming are definitely going to be of strategic importance to our clients. And by staying on the cutting edge, we know how to use those tools, again, to benefit our clients. One of the important things that we see coming on the horizon is, of course, technological change and advancement. I suspect that cars will continue to be colliding with each other during my lifetime as a lawyer, but I'm getting old. Cars are not going to be bumping into each other during the lifetime of some of my younger associates. And what that means is that the practice of personal injury law that has had a focus on a certain type of accident, a certain type of claim, is going to evolve over time. And again, we like to be on the cutting edge of these things. Our practice has really transformed over the last decade from what I would call a fairly standard personal injury practice, helping people with catastrophic injuries from motor vehicle accidents, from falls, long-term disability claims, medical negligence. Those are the areas that we've always worked in. To expanding to include what I believe is Canada's leading practice in nursing home negligence, in institutional negligence, in class actions and mass torts that have a personal injury element to them. We've continued to expand these practice areas to make sure that we can help the most number of victims, people who have had the worst things happen to them in any way possible. We've expanded our birth injury practice significantly. all with the goal to make sure that Howie Sachs and Henry will be around for a very long time, helping as many people as we can who have had terrible traumatic things happen in their lives to get better and to get the best possible legal result we can for them. And so we're always looking to the future.
Well, congratulations once again on being recognized as one of Canadian Lawyers' top personal injury boutiques for 2026. Your commitment to legal excellence, collaboration, and compassionate advocacy continues to make a significant impact on the lives of clients and families across Canada. Adam, thanks again.
Thank you again, Brody. Really appreciate your time. It was a pleasure talking.
And again, this is Brody Lawson, and thank you for watching Canadian Lawyer TV.